Alright, hello everyone. Back again to play Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, what I've decided to show off to people is my dragon deck that I recently built in Historic. This is actually like the third or so iteration of this deck. Originally, this was a 3-color deck that also included black because it included Bladewing in it as well, but I couldn't really get that sort of stuff to jive and draw what I wanted to. So it's gone through a couple of tweaks, basically me trying to increase the amount of creatures that I'm playing and increase the drawing that I'm getting, particularly land, just to try to streamline the deck as much as possible. And there's still certainly stuff that I can probably do to get the deck to run better. If you're already looking at this, you might notice that I have several planeswalkers. I've got 2 different versions of Sarkhan and Ugin showing, as well as the Immortal Sun, which completely nullifies most of those planewalkers. So this is something that I really need to figure out whether I want to make it more planeswalker focused or more kind of this draw and power focused, and actually start really utilizing my sideboard. It's one thing you might have noticed with all of my deck building so far. I almost never utilize the sideboard. I do have some cards in the sideboard right now, but it's just more of what's already in the deck. Some more Dragon Master Outcast, more Folio Fancies, more Flame Sweep. Or actually, I shouldn't say more Folio Fancies. I don't have any in the main deck at the moment. But yeah, not much going on. I've really original versions of this deck did not include Flame Sweep, and that runs into a problem both in Standard and Historic, because even in Standard, you've got the new Skewed Swarm card with Landfall that can populate those tiny little 1/1 bugs everywhere. And then, of course, there are other ways that Historic you might see lots of tiny creatures coming out. So I've got that Flame Sweep to help deal with that. Unfortunately, Flame Sweep will kill any of my Dragon Speaker Shamans or Dragon Master Outcasts. But aside from that, it won't affect any of the creatures that I'll be playing. Let's see, what else? Since we've got a bunch of flyers in here, I've got Curious Obsession to try to help get us extra draw. Inscription of Insight gives us some draw. Dragon's Board gives us draw. And as mentioned earlier, Immortal Sun gives us draw. One of my Sarkhans, this guy lets you draw at the expense of discarding. So it's not the best out there, but I certainly enjoy it. I've used it sometimes. Let's see, what else? Otherwise, a lot of this is just really trying to get out the damage to control the field long enough that you can get your dragons going. So I've got Dragon Lord, Servant, and Dragon Speaker Shaman to try to, again, get the dragons out, lower their costs. They don't help with Dorat Perfect Pet, and they don't help with Niv Mizzet, so again, probably some inefficiencies in this deck that I've got. But still relatively fun. As far as control, you got Scalding Cauldron, Scorching Dragonfire, Flame Sweep, and Spit Flame. Inscription of Insight can also return creatures to your opponent's hand if you want them. If you have a Terror of the Peaks out, that can absolutely do a lot of damage, but when it relies on other creatures coming out, so maybe triggering Sarkhan the Masterless is -3. If you've got enough land out, Dragon Master Outcast will just help trigger Terror of the Peaks. There are a couple of things you can do with this. Again, probably not the most efficient dragon deck out there, but I kind of like it. So let's go and play a few games with this dragon deck that I've got here. I just realized I don't have the music on for my... Whatever, let's put some audio on. That's interesting. 2 lands, Dragon Master Outcast, Dragon Lord Serpent. Or Servant, yep. So the interesting thing with Dragon Master Outcast, you can put it down quickly because it's just a 1 mountain cost. It's more powerful if you play it mid to late game, because if you play it too quickly, you're really telegraphing to your opponent, hey, I want to get dragons out. So that you're basically giving them, if you play Dragon Master on turn 1, you're giving them 5 or 6 turns to get rid of the Outcast before you have enough lands going. As it is right now, I actually have both of them in my first hand, which is kind of nice, so I can play 1 on the first turn, and then worry about playing other creatures later. And actually, I can even play Scalding Cauldron on first turn instead. And just completely save these for later. I think I will play one of them first off, though. Because I'll certainly be playing Dragonlord's Servant in turn 2, and it might be nice to attack on turn 2 as well. But we'll see what they do. Kogaman. Alright, not the land I want. I need 2 mountains if I want to play the Shaman eventually. But let's hope that we can get another mountain before turn 3. I just heard my computer send me a notification noise. I'll have to check that out at some point when we're done. Let's see. Vishano Pyromancer. Okay, so they're certainly going more towards the aggro side. Let's see. I don't think I want to use Dragonfire right now, because Servant can block the Pyromancer. And he's probably not going to want to trade one power for a 2 power. So I think, yeah, I'll just go right through. So let's see. Wizard's Lightning on the Dragon. Okay, fair enough. And actually, now that I don't have that 3 toughness anymore, I can't really block that freely. Wow, multiple lights up the stage. Skulls? I don't really know what that is. Alright, so at least this is nice. I can play the Shaman, but I won't be able to block much if I... I could play the Dragonfire and get rid of the Mage. What is this? Prowess. Ooh, yeah. Let's get rid of that thing. So we'll play Scalding Cauldron and Scorching Dragonfire. Get rid of that. Now I don't want to attack because I want to make the trade. So if he tries to use Vishano, I just block, and we're both happy. He is attacking, that's what I thought, and I will make the trade. So what you gonna do now? You haven't damaged me yet. I guess if he just plays Light Up the Stage, he has the room for whatever he draws next to play those next turn. He doesn't like the Cauldron, though. At least he's hovering over it. Shock to the face. Ah, nice. That actually lets you do better with Light Up the Stage. What do we got? Flame of Keld and Royal Eruption. Alright, I don't want to play my creature because he can just kill it with a Royal Eruption next turn. Exile from 2 cards. I'm just gonna get rid of what he has showing. And I'll save the Outcast. That's my only other one in this deck at the moment. I only have 2. I want to save that guy for later. Alright, what are they going to do with the 4 land? Showing. Royal Eruption doesn't help them. Probably don't want to play... Well, they've only got 2 cards in their hand. Flame of Keld might work for them right now. Royal Eruption can still hit me in the face, but I'd rather get hit in the face than lose one of my 2 creatures. Another Light Up the Stage! Good lord! Alright, so they can play Rampant Ruins and Flame of Keld. Oh, but they're going for Grim Lava Dancer again. Alright, well... Let's see, this thing deals 2 damage to each opponent, 2 damage to any target. So I need to get rid of that Lava Dancer before I play the Outcast. So we got plenty of cards in the graveyard to use Lava Dancer. Yep. Any instant that I get right now could be great. I actually also, now that I Flame Sweep, yes. So, Flame Sweep to get rid of that thing. And then Outcast. Assuming he doesn't have a shock in his hand right now, or any other damagey thing. I'll start getting my dragons going. Now, these rampant ruins can start hitting me in the face, which is not fun. Oh no, does he have a spell to get rid of the outcast? He was hovering over it for a moment. Yeah, he does. Damn it. For all of the protection that I did, I failed. And now I'm playing with nothing, which sucks. Because, yeah, I can block his Pyromancer, but he can still hit me in the face with the ruins. So, this is not looking good for me right now, guys. And, of course, they've got the big one there. Ooh! Alright. Okay. So now it's just a race to 0 life. Because I'm sure those ruins will hurt me quite a bit. And I can't really attack with this unless... Alright, well... I have to trade here. Whatever he's got in his hand is probably going to hurt. Lightning Strike, yep. But now we're both top decking. Alright, Epiphany. I need a big creature to help me here. That ain't it. So he's gonna probably hit me in the face with his ruins right now. Yep. And I'm not going to attack because I need to be able to block Pyromancer. Oh, okay, that was a... Sacrifice the desert, okay. Or a desert. Not what I need. You know, I should have kept that in my hand. If I get the one Sarkhan, then, oh, no, now I'm in kill zone. I actually can't stop him unless I was able to get rid of one of his deserts. Because I don't have life gain in the stack. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Didn't go as well as hoped. Didn't actually get any ramp going because he kept removing my creatures, which is what red does really well. But now you can probably see why drawing is important to this deck. I hadn't been able to get that going either. What do we got here? Not bad, not bad. Let's see. Turn 4, I'll be able to play Terror of the Peaks, which I think I'm happy with. Ooh, Sarkhan. And that's the add 2 mana one. So here's the thing, I can play Sarkhan and then play Dorat the exact same turn. Ooh, okay, so I need to... You know, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Let's get rid of the Pride Mate now. No attack. Wait, he's got at least 3 colors, which is worrying to me. Oh, jeez, and he forfeits right away. All right. I've certainly been in that situation before where you have an idea based on your first hand, but there's no real plan B. That must have been what he got there. I mean, I'll take a win. That was short. Didn't really get to show anything off there. You can see what I could have done with the hand in the previous game, but I want to actually get the thing going. Alright, who are we playing now? Black Diamond. Ajani versus Nico Bolas. It was a dual deck that did that. I want to get that dual deck at some point. Maybe I could have tried to mulligan to get a second mountain, because I need one if I want to do that Sarkin. But... and he's playing red as well, so I might be telegraphing too much and putting my outcast in danger here. Oh yeah, he's got a shock. Or maybe not. He wasn't using it. You know, he might be saving that until oh, it's so close to being used, and then not. Alright, let's see what's coming up next in my deck. Terror of the Peaks. Yes, I'll actually take that. Sarkin will help me play Terror of the Peaks before I can do anything else. Now there's the shock. Yep. I knew that was coming sometime. Alright, so I've got no creatures showing, which makes Sarkin a little bit vulnerable. But I'll keep running with it. I'm not going to do any discarding yet. Scorching Dragonfire does 3. Okay, down to 1. Oh, if he has another damage thing to me... okay, he doesn't at the moment. Got another shock? Does he have another shock? He does. Alright, well he's down to 2 at the moment, and I've got a Scorching Dragonfire to hopefully deal with any creature he plays. Doesn't play a creature. And now I've got Dragon Speaker Shaman out, which makes my next turns pretty good. Even if he destroys the Shaman, I can still play Terror of the Peaks next time. So yeah, he's got a very similar deck to me, it looks like. Chandra's Spitfire, that's okay. Yeah, I gotta play Terror of the Peaks first. And if he does damage to the face, which he does not at the moment... so let's see, if I get a land, I play the Dragon Queen. If I don't, I kill the Spitfire and hopefully get a draw. Oh, nice move. That was a good light up the stage for him. Okay, I got the land. Which means I can do this. Do that to get rid of the Spitfire. And there you go, forfeit. Yep. Obviously, I don't normally play blue anything, and red is generally not the focus if I do play red. But I certainly don't mind playing big dragons. That was actually a long time where I was very much into dragons, both in Magic the Gathering and in, like, the fantasy novels I used to read. So every once in a while, just indulging in giant flying beasts is kind of fun. So I've played 3 games, and what, it's only been like 15 or 20 minutes? Ooh, this will be interesting. Alright, so I can play Dorat turn 2 and Spitflame on turn 3. Blue with a creature on turn 1. You don't normally see that. Lots of blue. Adapting, draw, then discard. What are you showing off in your discard? Stonecoil Serpent. I'm betting this is a proliferate deck. I'm strongly betting this is a proliferate deck. Can't block, so might as well attack. So I can play Sarkin next turn, or I can Spitflame. I might want to Split Flame, because if... interesting. I don't need to Spit Flame, but I think I'm gonna. Opt, okay. He didn't like that one, which is probably good for me. Anytime you don't like what you were gonna draw, usually means you're having trouble. Ooh, ah, nice.
Never been hugged by a kraken before.
Hugged by a kraken.
Enough to make a
Yep, proliferate. I knew it. I knew it. Alright, let's see. What can I do? That can deal damage to a planeswalker. That's nice. Now, I either play Sarkhan, or I play the Dragonfire. I think for now I'm gonna play the Dragonfire. Well, hang on. No, we'll play Sarkhan. I don't feel like discarding anything at the moment. Obviously, with all the planeswalkers in my hand, it might make sense to discard the Immortal Sun, though.
Don't doubt my methods.
Drop for drop.
Mox Amber. Okay. Two, three, four, five. Can I get 6? Knows that they're in kill zone ready for the Planeswalker. What are you gonna do? Stonecoil, nice. Stonecoil Serpent. So basically right now, so I could play Dragon Speaker Shaman, could activate his ability and attempt to get more damage, or play the other Sarkhan. I think I'm gonna do that. So discard a card, you may draw a card. Land, okay. Not exactly what I wanted, but I can cast a non-creature spell, create a dragon. Spitflame doesn't help me here. Not gonna play Dorat, or not gonna attack the Dorat at the moment. Ominous Seas, okay. Midnight. Oh, that's actually a good combo. I used Midnight Clock and Ominous Seas a lot in previous decks. Why had I not thought of putting those two in combo? Damn, that's good. Dapping. Now, I don't think he's going to attack with the Serpent, because I can just double block, and that leaves Kiora completely open. And actually, if he does attack, I only need a single block, thanks to Sarkhan's ability.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Nice. Okay. I can play. Yes, I can play both. First things first. Flame sweep, not flame sweep. Flame sweep. Opt, of course. So Ominous Seas and piles up. Get rid of the Benthic Biomancers. Get rid of the Serpent. Turn everyone into a dragon. Just add 2 mana at the moment.
I will call the dragons.
Little dragon goes to her. Everyone else smacks you in the face. Now, I think the only way they can stop me at the moment is if they return all permanents to my hand. Because again, I can have, I could in theory have had 4 or 5 dragons in the air, and they could have only played serpents that can't block fires. So yeah, I like this dragon deck. Let's see if we can get my 4th win for the day here. Bearded 181 as Garuk, the Huntsman. Oh, this hand is not looking good. Curious Obsession is great if I have a creature to attach it to, but... Okay, also not great. Let's get rid of the biggest guy. I need land. Protect the mountains. Yes, awesome. That works. So the nice thing is now I have a turn 4 Terror of the Peaks, and then can cause 2 damage with the Shaman after that. Dragon Hatchlings were actually a component of my deck earlier, but I found that they just weren't really helping me get things out quickly enough. Because the idea of this deck is really to get your big dragons out. And the Dragon Hatchlings are just kind of like a stepping stone, or more like a stumbling block than a stepping stone. Because yeah, I play Island and a Shaman. Assuming he doesn't get rid of my Shaman, then I can play Terror of the Peaks the following turn. Having trouble deciding what to do over there. Dragon Hatchlings are nice, especially because they come in the air and you can power them up as much as you want. But if you're powering them up to attack, that leaves you with not a lot of options with your other lands. Of course, he still hasn't done anything. He's completely untapped over there at the moment. So he has a shock that he might have been saving for the Outcast and is now thinking for the Shaman. But we'll just see. I could have used Scalding Cauldron to get rid of the Hatchling, but I'm gonna save this for a more dangerous creature. And he still isn't doing anything over there, just waiting and letting the timer go. I wonder if they left their computer for whatever reason. Oh, he didn't even have the option to block there. Yeah, he's probably going to lose by timeout right now. Because, yeah, there's nothing happening over there. Well, that's, again, I'll take any win I get, but forfeit wins aren't necessarily as fun. You don't get to actually get your deck doing what you want to do with it. Oh well, so it looks like this is going to be it for today. Well, you know what? No. I want to actually play another good match where I really get things rolling. You saw it a little bit in the previous match when I had both of my Sarkans out. Let's go one more chance to get this deck rolling. I want to get some of my other big dragons out as well. I guess I did get Terror of the Peaks and the Dragon Queen out in the match before that. So you've seen more of this deck than I guess. But you haven't seen this deck when it's really get its drawing engine going, which is something that I had enjoyed in a couple of matches yesterday. And besides, what is it? I haven't even been on for half an hour yet. Let's go for one more match. The Rock. Okay. Oh, not a good hand at all. This is the downfall of this deck. It doesn't have a good ramp up, especially if you don't get, you know, those other smaller creatures that lower the cost of your dragons. Definitely mulliganing that. Oh, no mountains. Definitely mulliganing that. And still nothing I can play on that. That was so... Now you've just seen where this deck can go drastically wrong. I said one more match, and I actually mean one more match where I play. So, let's try that again. Yeah, I don't like to mulligan any more than once, so maybe if I get a really good hand, I'll mulligan twice, but well, once you're down to 4 cards with this deck, you are kind of screwed. There's 4 cards on the first draw. So Heather, who's Heather? Okay, this one I can definitely work with. Get Dorat out turn 2, Spit Flame turn 3. See what happens after that, especially since we get a Temple on our first draw. Alright, Miss Mysterious Heather. Let's see how we do here. Epiphany. Ah, you know what? Curious Obsession is great with Dorat, so I'm definitely keeping that. Now, the only threat at the moment is if they somehow kill Dorat before next turn. They're showing green, which I'm not too worried at the moment. Obviously, Plummet is a green card that I could have to worry about. And still mono green. Okay. Mirror Shield. Interesting. I can't say I've seen Mirror Shield in a green deck before. Anyway, let's play Curious Obsession. Powers up, attacks and lets me draw. What do I get here? Ugin, alright. Well, I can't play any other cards at the moment besides lands, so let's Temple again. Lands are good at the moment, because I want to get Terror of the Peaks out, followed by the Dragon Queen. And they forfeit! Alright. Okay, that was my last match for the day. Nothing too extreme, because the 2 times when I really got this deck going, there wasn't a ton of opposition in those matches. But hey, 5 wins in half an hour, that's pretty damn good for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that dragon deck, and I will talk to you guys again soon.